Today I'm going to show you the first game I ever won against someone rated above 2000 Elo. So it's a bit of a long game, it's a complicated game, so I'm not going to explain all the moves, but let me walk you through it. So the game started with a Sicilian, a Knight of Sicilian, and a Knight of Sicilian with Bishop to E2 by white, which is one of the moves that you can play against this type of position. He played F4, which is a good move here. I found the right continuation, but here I allowed him to get the initiative very early on, and his piece is kind of sprung in the center, and I was already under a lot of pressure. But he played some pretty ambitious move, like Queen to E2 isn't the best here, to put it simply. But I didn't find the right way to punish it, so we got into this position, which is very tense, and white has a lot of piece play, and it's actually back that is suffering and on the back foot here. So I had to play this knight to d5 in order to block him from attacking the d6 pawn with his queen and his bishop. So I tried to bring the rook to c8, but here better was to start pushing the pawns straight away, which he started to push his pawn. I also pushed a pawn, but this is the wrong one because here he can simply play a5, a4 to stop me from advancing, but he didn't do that, and he allowed me to harass his knight and bring my knight into the action, even though it's actually a mistake here. And here I don't know why he played b3, so I don't think he was playing the best moves here, because b3 allows me to kind of open the files around his king, which you will see in the follow-up moves is kind of significant. And here I was kind of shuffling my pieces around, trying to coordinate to create some sort of attack. Bishop d3 also very real move, very defensive, but very passive also, because he basically lost all of his pressure on the d file after that. So I brought my rook to a8 in order to try to attack his king. He tried to defend this way. This is a mistake. I don't remember why, but it doesn't really work what I was trying to do. But he also played a mistake, and he allowed me to. All right, it's a mistake because of this. Yeah, right, okay. But he didn't find it, and he allowed me to kind of coordinate with my rook and my queen in order to create an attack. And here I brought my queen back for some reason, and we shuffled the piece around. And but he refused to repeat the move and take the draw because he was rated higher than me, so he was trying to win, which allowed me to find a nice tactical shot and open an attack on his king. So here I'm putting the queen behind in front of the rook in order to harass his knights, and he allowed me to take the knight, which was very nice. And now I'm kind of hunting the king down all around the board, and I'm actually completely winning, but I missed the finishing blow, and I let him kind of get back into the game after we exchanged queen. I was also very low on time at that moment, which is why I did that. And after knight to c6, I actually lost all of my initiative. I only have one extra pawn in this position. I thought that would be enough to win, but actually it's not. It just gives him the ability to come back into the game. So we got into that endgame. We traded a pair of rooks, and for some reason he allowed me to come closer with my king, which I think was a mistake. And he allowed me to push this pawn and kind of misplace his king. So here he thought that he could win that pawn, but here the problem is that, well, first of all, I can just defend it like that, and if he tries to block the rook from defending the pawn, here I saw that I had g5, and that was a very clutch move, because if he takes here, I'm going to have two very strong passed pawns against just the king alone, and I'm actually going to be able to promote queen before him, and I'm going to win the game. So he saw it, which is why he came back with the rook. And here, again, I saw this maneuver where my king was able to come back and safeguard that pawn. And here I don't remember why I didn't take that pawn, but I think I calculated that I could always take it later or something. So here now I'm completely winning because of these two passed pawns, and I'm not going to explain the rest of the moves, but I put my rook behind these pawns, I brought my king up, and I started to push. with the help of the rook and the king, he had to like give away that pawn to grab one of my pawns. But now I have 2 pawns against nothing, and I'm able to very easily bring all of my pieces up and coordinate it. So we shuffled our pieces along for a long time. He was trying all sorts of tricks. Here, if I take, it's actually stalemate. So I didn't take, but fortunately he cannot harass me more than that. I wasn't exactly sure how to win this position, so we kind of moved around a little bit. But eventually I did find a way to make progress, and he actually ran out of time. But in a position where it's basically force mate because he has to exchange rooks, and now those 2 pawns are going to promote, and he's going to lose. Yeah, anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that game. It's a bit of a long game. I did not explain everything, but if you did enjoy it, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next time.